Welcome back to Crash Carse, guys. Sorry I've been gone for so long. It's been 2 months, can't believe it. Anyway, here we are today with a 488 Ferrari. Mind-blowing, right? Now I gotta give a special thanks to Boardwalk, Ferrari, and Maserati for letting me take the car for the day to review it. Just beyond blessed. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to be working with you guys today. Now, if you are interested, I have a link in the bio and description of this video to Boardwalk, and if you are interested in a specific car or any of their inventory. Now, a quick breakdown of the video today. We're gonna go over an exterior and interior review, start up. I'll talk about some history of Ferrari a little bit, talk about what they've done to this car. It's the predecessor of the 458, so there's obviously gonna be some changes, a lot of them actually, so stick around for that. And then towards the end of the video, hopefully, we'll have a driving section. So stick in there, get your popcorn, and let's go over this 488. Not only is the 488 GTB Top Gear's best car of the year in 2015, but it's also Motor Trend's best driver in 2017. Now, yes, that says a lot because a car that wins something like that is pretty prestigious because you got hundreds of car makers going out there and pushing these cars and trying to get those rewards. Now, of course, Ferrari, they got some weight, but hey, they make pieces of art that drive down the road. Not only down the road do they drive, but they also go on the racetrack with many, many, many wins in F1 and Le Mans style racing, from Michael Schumacher to just anybody else. Ferrari is a staple in the Motor Trend, motor car, Top Gear, just, you know, any corner of the vehicle, motor, car world. It's one of the most sought after, one of the most best looking, and one of the most just neck snapping cars and brands in the world. Now, they're mainly famous for their beautiful handcrafted red engines. So let's go ahead and start talking about that. Ferrari. They've got a horse as their mascot logo, what you want to call it. But their engines also produce a crap ton of horsepower. To be exact, the 488 bi-turbo V8, yes, you heard me, they actually put a bi-turbo on this V8, and sadly, the naturally aspirated Ferrari V8 is dead. Quite controversial, I agree. But anyway, it produces 661 horsepower with 561 foot-pounds of torque. This is actually, oh my God, there's a bobcat. Anyway, well, shoot. I have to edit that out. So there's a bobcat over there, like I just showed you guys. So we're gonna move on. Okay, he's coming over here. You guys might get to see him. Anywho, I gotta show you guys. Check this out. Look at this. There's a bobcat right over there. Oop, sorry. See him right there? Hi, little kitty. So let's get back to the review. Never had that happen before. Clickbait, no, I'm kidding. Anyway, like I was saying, 661 brake horsepower and 561 foot-pounds of torque. That's a lot, but Ferrari does it with ease. And another thing they actually have happened to do is they broke one of their car records, and that is their power to weight ratio. Wow, I can't speak. Anyway, they have done it by just adding bi-turbos and tweaking it, like Ferraris have always done. They've always done better than the previous. And now I'll get to it. The power to weight ratio is 4 pounds, 4.85 pounds to be exact, per horsey. That's not a lot of pounds per horse. That's a lot of horsies per pound. A lot. So, now that I've kind of, you know, blabbered on, we saw a bobcat, that was kind of cool. And then talked about the horsepower and all that. Let's hop inside. And you know what? very shortly, we might have a little drive. So let's hop inside at the moment, and I'll talk to you about what are the cool little tweaks and quirks about Ferrari's interiors. So let's hop in and check those out. Why, hello everybody. Just take a second. Ferrari's interiors are gorgeous. Now, from the F1 style steering wheel with everything on it, you got your start button, you got your suspension, you got your modes, you got your paddles. Beautiful, beautiful carbon fiber paddles. To your carbon fiber bucket seats, which these are actually an add-on option, and just basically Ferrari interior. I mean, what else? I got plenty of headroom, absolutely plenty of headroom in this thing. Plenty of legroom, quite comfortable for somebody that is over 6 feet tall. Now, let's talk about some little quirks and stuff about Ferrari interiors. These seats specifically are the carbon fiber racing seats. Now, what do those entail? They entail being made of carbon, very comfy, and actually pretty wide bolsters, but sturdy. And one little fun tidbit about them, obviously you have to manually pull up the lever and roll them back and forth, but on the side for the backrest, usually there's that, pull-up lever. Well, on these, Ferrari decided to be different. It's actually a little triangle that twists, and you can set it, let me get it, hold on. You can set it to any position that you want. Obviously all the way back, and then there's one all the way forward. But that's really cool. And then another thing about Ferraris, where's the horn? Where is it? It's not in the center. That's the airbag in the gorgeous, cute little Ferrari stallion. The horns are actually right by the thumb holds in the center on the sides of the steering wheel. Now, obviously, going around turns on a track, you could very well hit them a lot. People do, but eventually you get used to them. Now, having everything on the steering wheel kind of makes you think that, this is a track-oriented, single driver-oriented car. You are correct. Not only is everything here, so are the signals, and that's why the paddles are able to be free back there because there's so much space. But not only that little stupid tidbit, but being a single person oriented car, there is no center console. Everything is right in front of you in 2 LED screens, and you have the tachometer right in the front staring you in the face with that beautiful 8,000 RPM red line. Gorgeous. And this one happens to be in yellow. Now, as I was saying, everything's single person oriented, so you got your radio controls right here. You got your selector mode gadgets right here, and the AC's right here. Now this right here is the carbon fiber bridge for your reverse, auto, and parking. Also your hazards and your windows. Storage in this car. Basically what you see. There is a little cup holder right here. Spot for your phone, a glove compartment, which is actually pretty spacious. And then a little itty bitty tiny door pocket on either door, and they also give you that elastic cargo net. That's for storage. Looks obviously gorgeous. Comfort, it's very comfortable. I'm honestly really surprised. Usually in Ferraris, well, their sports car mid-engine vehicles aren't very comfortable, but the 488 GTB, different story, quite comfortable. Now right here is your mirrors, big mirror, and a cute little overhead light. What else can I talk about here? Technology. Ferrari has updated their systems since the 458 because, outdated. They now have parking cameras on all back and front, and the cameras are actually pretty okay. They're pretty okay compared to their predecessors, which really didn't have any, or Lamborghini, which, is like that when you look at it and you can't really see anything. Driving, well, we're just going to have to go find that out. So, if you want to stick around for this, buckle up your seatbelts, because let's hit the road. But first, how am I going to get out to get all my camera equipment? Ferrari's door handles are right, the little itty bitty latch. Obviously, if you pull it up, you get out. Close it, you're in. On the outside, it's a little shark fin. And all you do is you just, pull it out. It's like a door handle. So yeah, buckle up. Here we go. All right, here we are out on the road, 488. Here we go. So, first few initial thoughts. It's a lot smoother than a 458. It really is. With the updates to the suspension, like always in Ferraris, they have made shifting from each setting, you could say, quicker, easier, and the settings are all better. So go through your red light now. Well, actually green light. But going through turns, you need downforce, just like that. And thanks to 50% more downforce over the 458, the 488 can fly through turns, along with their new suspension setups that are not really new, they're just updated. So they're faster and better. Kind of expected, right? And a new updated version. Completely new car though. Now with aerodynamics and downforce and all of that, what Ferrari did in the 488 is on the front end, let's go from the front to the back. On the front end, they put a new front dual splitter. And what that does is, one, it shoves air up underneath the car, and it also puts air into the air intake. Why more air? Cooler air helps produce more horsepower, and it makes the engine happier. And more horsepower, happy engine, faster driving, happy driver, right? Now, the second part, forcing the air underneath the car, it sends air to the air force generators, vortex generators. And what that does is, that causes the car to actually have a lower air pressure underneath it, which causes it to suck down the faster you go. Why do you want that? It gives you more downforce. And it also helps reduce drag, and it's basically literally sucking you to the road in corners. So you're like a little suction cup basically going around a turn. Now, moving towards the sides, the new scalloped air intakes, what those do, those actually are split into two. The upper basically sends air to the turbos. That's great, more air for the turbos, more air for the engine, more air for the intakes, happy car. And it partially sends out the air, the rest of the air that don't go to the turbos, through two little spots right next to the rear taillights. That helps reduce drag as well behind the car. Now, the lower part, that basically goes all to the air intakes. And happy car, more speed, more horsepower, happy driver. That's what you want. Now, let's talk all the way to the back now. A big thing Ferrari did was actually increase the diffusers, the rear diffusers to be exact, so much that they actually had to move the exhaust. Not only does that cause for a new tail end redesign, basically and almost fully, but it causes for a whole new look and some really, really sexy looking lines back there with those diffusers. And the reason they did that was because, one, they put them so high up, and also where they were going to have to put the exhaust so much lower, and that would have caused ground clearance issues for, one, the exhaust. Ferraris do not ever let you down. The speed in this is ridiculous. But it also causes clearance issues with the rear diffusers as well, and all the active aero dampeners that are up underneath the car. So, enough talking. Oh, quick tidbit actually. Those side scalloped air intakes, you know where they came from? They actually came from the 308 GTB back in the day. And Ferrari wanted to have some heritage like they always do in cars. So they threw those on. Not only are they for looks, heritage, but they also serve a massive purpose. And it's just beautiful what they've done. Now handling, obviously in a supercar you're going to get the tail end out pretty easily, but with all the extra downforce, that helps out a lot with the tail end coming out. And that increases driver confidence. What else increases driver confidence? The suspension, the steering. The steering, it's pin needle sharp. Where you want the car to go, it goes. When you want it to shift, it shifts. Thanks to the F1 gearbox that derived from the LaFerrari that was also in the 458. But the new thing, stopping, as we come to a stop actually, that was kind of great timing. You better give me a like for that, guys. Anyway, stopping. Ferrari increased the brake calipers and brake discs so much. Well, slightly actually, but they increased them to the point to where the car stops 9% faster in a 9% shorter distance than the 458. That's ridiculous. I mean, in a Ferrari, you're gonna stop fast as a freaking lightning bolt. But now, you're gonna stop even faster. Now, I really don't wanna try that out, so we're not going to. So, you're just gonna have to try that out on your own or watch somebody else, because I don't want to do some whiplashing stuff that causes stopping. Whiplashing stuff that causes me to go faster, that's more fun. So guys, here we are at the end. Dang. Don't want to get out. Really don't. As you can see, yeah, I didn't get to literally drive it, but thank you again to Boardwalk, Ferrari, and Maserati for letting me have this opportunity to review with you guys. Like, seriously, thank you guys so much. And if you guys are interested in the car or any of their inventory, go check out their website down below. Now, any ending remarks I have to say, the sound, yeah, it has died a little bit. Driving, it's a lot more comfortable. The car doesn't squeak as much compared to the 458. That's what I'm doing. Now, which one do I like more? That's hard to say. I'd have to spend more time in this. But, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Please go like this video if you liked it. If you didn't, then please don't hit the thumbs down. Just please don't do it. But if you guys liked it, click that big thumbs up. Go hit that big red subscribe button. And hey, go check out my Instagram and my Facebook. That's both Crash Carse. And my website's Crash Carse Online. Go hit those up. And you know what, guys? We got some interesting content coming towards you guys very soon. Just hang in there. I know y'all will absolutely just not want to be waiting anymore because, like, you need more cars. You will get more cars. I promise you guys. Alright. See y'all soon. Crash Carse out. Again, I want to give another very large thank you to Boardwalk, Ferrari, and Maserati of Dallas for letting me review their 488. Thank you, guys.